Hello fam, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever and whenever you are. It's my Friday, and I was in a super good mood yesterday when I went to bed. I had a really good day yesterday, aside from some minor frustration at work. And I had tons of like intuitive hits while listening to stuff and thinking about stuff yesterday, like starting below the line. I have a couple bullet points there, some more here, and another page here. So I don't know how much we'll get to today, especially since my morning has been rough because my doggo has a scrape on one of his forelegs, and it had been healing just fine. It had a little scab on it. But this morning, last night, I noticed that it was kind of looking raw again. So I tried to cover it with a cotton pad and some tape, but he was not having that. So now I've tried putting a non-stick bandage over it with a very gently wrapped ace bandage, but I don't have much hope that that will stay on either. And I can't even remember if I still have a cone for him, but if I do, it's already kind of broken because he just crashes into everything while he's wearing it. And it has like these little loops around the neck area that just have like a ribbon type thing that ties it to keep it secure. And it's kind of crappy. My vet sold it to me, but I'm not impressed with it. I might see if there's a better one that I can get for him, because like I said, he already kind of broke that one and now he can get it off, so it's kind of pointless to try to put that on him to keep him from getting at his leg. But I gotta figure something out to keep him from licking it. So yeah, that's been my morning. It's trying to get an ace bandage on my dog, and thankfully, like, he sat pretty still for it, amazingly. Like, even though he didn't want to, even though he didn't like what I was doing, he stayed in place and let me put it on him for the most part. So I'm super impressed with him, and I'm very grateful for the trust he has in me. I just wish I could explain to him that his leg will heal faster if he leaves it alone. Pets. Okay. Now that I've gotten that out of my system, the first thing I wrote down was I discovered that a neighborhood close to me is having their yearly street fair kind of thing. They call it a carnival. It's a street fair. There's not really rides and stuff. But there are like artist booths and food and stuff like that. And I haven't been to anything like that in quite a while. And I instantly felt like excited, and like my inner child like definitely wants to go. And I am gonna go. I've already made that decision. But it's funny how like pretty much as soon as I got excited about it, my inner critic jumped in and was like, hey, you don't really have money to spend on anything there anyway, and you could be spending that time on yard work, or on your YouTube channel, on fixing your toilet, which I still need to do, and yeah, like just really trying to give me all the reasons to not go. But honestly, if I live like that, I will just fill my life with responsibilities and have no fun, and then I will get tired of existing again. And I don't want to do that. Like, I have to have some joy in my life. I have to do fun things also, aside from the responsibilities. Oh, man, they really keep just coming at me, though. In my toilet, since I've been turning the water off between flushes, I've noticed that it is definitely like draining, like it's leaking through the flapper thing. And my flapper is not a normal flapper. It's some raised up weird business. I can't just buy like a regular replacement flapper. It's going to require some more extensive, like full mechanism replacement shit. And I really don't want to hire a plumber to do it, but I don't really want to do it myself either, but I think I might have to, and I don't want to. Why? And this one is just not gonna fix itself. Like, I haven't talked about the rat in the ceiling for a while, and that's because it just disappeared. I got my new rat trap, my new electric rat trap, and it hasn't caught it, but the rat stopped coming into my ceiling. I haven't heard it in weeks now, and I'm really grateful for that. I did do a shamanic journey on it and asked a couple of my power animals to deal with it, and so maybe that worked. I don't know. But I haven't heard it, and I am, knock on wood, I'm really grateful that that at least is off my plate. But now I have like this toilet issue and this doggo issue. And speaking of shamanic journeying and spirituality, and reluctance to talk about it, I watched a Florence Given episode the other night, where she talked about her own spirituality a bit, and then at the end she was like, this was really vulnerable for me, like that's like, I never talk about my spirituality on here. I talk about it all the time with my friends, but it's like really kind of scary to be open about it online. And it is like, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but my own fears are of being called crazy, stupid, or like worse. I mean, like the witch trials and stuff. Like I'm really afraid of persecution. And I mean, that's a real thing. And it's scary, but I don't want to live in fear, and I don't want to hide my beliefs who harm no one for fear of persecution or judgment. Like anyone who judges me doesn't need to be here watching me. Like you can just move on and find something that aligns with you. Okay? You can see yourself out. But it was really validating to see someone who I admire talking about that, and well, talking about her spirituality first of all, and then talking about how hard it was, and knowing that it's not just me being insecure about it for no reason. And then next on my list is I got my first rejection. I applied to be an affiliate of Libro FM, which is the audiobook service that I use, and they have a similar business model to bookshop.org. And they even like recommend each other. Like if you want to order an audiobook version of a book that you have while you're on Bookshop, they send you to Libro FM, and vice versa. If you're on Libro FM and you want the hard copy, they send you to Bookshop. And Bookshop gave me affiliate status, but Libro FM, and they say this up front, like I knew this going into it, and I knew that they probably wouldn't accept me, but I was kind of hoping they would since Bookshop did. But they want people with websites, with email lists, with 5,000 plus subscribers, and other stuff. So anyway, it's been a few days. And they do their programs through a company called A Win. So I got all signed up with A Win, and that was approved. But then yesterday, finally, I got a rejection note from Libro FM restating like what they're looking for in affiliates. And I felt a little pang, like, oh, damn it, that's disappointing. But then, like, almost immediately, I was like, I got my first rejection. Like, that means that I am pushing myself outside my comfort zone and reaching for things just out of my reach, which is how you eventually reach them, in my opinion. You can't just keep picking things up off the floor. You have to, if you want things that are higher up, you have to keep reaching for them until you can grasp them. And so that gives me something to look forward to also. And I mean, the rejection can work both ways. I had another company, and I don't know if I need to like actually log into the Win portal and reject them, but I had some random company reach out and offer me an affiliateship. I don't know if that's what you call it, but anyway, for like some 3-dimensional dog portraits or pet portraits or something. No, like, I'm not against that at all, but I only want to promote companies that I currently use and believe in, like that I use for a specific reason. Like with Bookshop and Libro, I love that they support local bookshops, and I think that they're both certified B corporations, which means that they also treat their employees better than most. I think there might be an environmental component too. I need to look more. I've read the definition of a certified B Corp before, but I forget all of the details. But anyway, they tend to be more socially responsible than just regular corporations. So that is criteria number 1 for me being an affiliate of someone. I mean, they don't, like, if, say, Beam Paints reached out to me, I don't know that they're a certified B Corp, but they're a small business that I love, and I know that they are responsible, like environmentally responsible especially. I would totally affiliate with them because I love their paints. So yeah, anyway, I'm not just gonna affiliate with any random thing that reaches out to me. So like I said, the rejection can work both ways, and it's not personal. It just isn't aligned, especially at this moment. So what else? Yeah, I think that deserves just a little more discussion. I am so proud of myself for that reaction. Like, I feel like in years past, that would have hurt so much more. Like, I would have felt like I would have been scrambling to get a website up. I would have been like trying to hustle to get more subscribers, or like set an email list up or something, and like trying to get that validation. And no, I'll apply again when I have at least one more of their criteria lined up, you know? And that will happen when it happens. I'm not going to push myself. I want this to be fun. And if I never get there, I never get there. And if I never get there, it's because something else better and more aligned came up, right? Because I believe that as long as I keep doing this, I will get there. And on the note of consistency, I did the same Belly Fit by Lila video last night that I did the night before, and it was a little bit easier. I wasn't a pro. I still made lots of mistakes, but it felt more fluid and more comfortable and easier. And I think that this way of doing it, like doing the same video over and over until it's like so easy, it's like natural, and then picking a different one, is going to be the way to go. I'm really excited about it. And I also did another Breathe with Sandy video this morning. And this one had longer breath retentions at the bottom, like after you've exhaled. And I think up to today, the longest I could do it for was a minute. And today's were up to 2 minutes. And on the second one, I managed to hold it out for 1 minute 30 seconds, which is, I think, the longest I've done. At least now. When I was a kid, at this house actually, where my chicken run currently is, there used to be a swimming pool. It's where I learned to swim. And sorry, I got eye boogers. And my favorite thing to do in the deep end was to let all of my breath out and sink to the bottom and sit cross-legged on the bottom for as long as I could stand. And then jet up to the top and take a huge gulp of air when I got to the top. And it was like so peaceful and quiet and beautiful. I loved how the light flickered through the water down to the deep, like the bottom of the deep end. And yeah, it just felt so peaceful down there. And I don't know the longest. I never timed myself doing that, but I have a feeling that I could stay down there for at least 2 minutes. But it's been a long time since I've tried holding my breath out. So it was like really cool to notice that I'm getting better at doing it, having like more resilience with it this morning. And I think as I keep doing it, it will get easier and easier, as with everything. And then I decided to start bringing Natalie Goldberg's book, Writing Down the Bones, on the bus with me. And I was reading it yesterday, and I mean, there's just so much gold in there. I dog-eared a couple of pages. I do that with books when I don't have like a highlighter and I want to be able to come back to important passages later. And I know that some people think that's sacrilege, dog-earing pages, but they're my books. Like, the more dog-eared pages there are, the more I love them. This is how I see it. Anyway, this line that she wrote, like, really stood out to me and, like, felt so true. Writers who drink only drink because they're not writing. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I think that's like true of all artists. And I think everyone is an artist, so all people. And it's not just writing, it's expressing. Like, humans who drink because they're not expressing themselves the way they want to express themselves in some way. It's because they don't believe they can. It's because they don't believe they're good enough, or whatever is holding them back. They're allowing themselves to be held back, and it hurts. It physically hurts it in your heart when you're repressing yourself like that. And that is why you drink, because it numbs it. But when I was quitting drinking, I know I mentioned this before, but I started writing a lot more. Like, pretty much every time I start to feel like irritated and aggravated and like I wanted to drink to like numb something out, I went to my journal instead and just wrote down all my frustrations, and it helped so much. And after a couple weeks, I stopped needing to write so much. Like, I still write every morning, but I wasn't like running to my journal every afternoon, also like multiple times to get frustrations out. So yeah, that was huge. And I have more on my list, and I think I'm going to leave those for tomorrow because I am put together and I need to leave myself some time to watch this back through and save it and upload it and all that good business and write my morning pages. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this or got something out of it. I love you so much. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be wealthy, and may you feel at ease. Until next time. Bye-bye. Bye.